Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So the LG G6 is a phone that is definitely intriguing, and I think a lot of people are going to buy it. I don't think people should be worried about sales flopping because of the S8, and that's been some kind of a buzz hitting the internet in the tech world. That some people feel like the date of publish or the date of release for the LG G6 is a bad idea because of the Samsung device. I don't think so, because now the pricing for the LG G6 has been revealed. And when you start to compare those two devices and every other device that's been released, the LG G6 is actually offering a lot of bang for buck. I mean, a couple of the OEMs, I know I've got the T-Mobile version and the Verizon version pricing has been revealed. Verizon will be $672 at full cost, that's a fantastic price for what it's offering. And then you've got the T-Mobile version, which is only $650. Definite buy, because when you consider it, you're getting a really great looking device, and the specifications that come along with that are actually going to be fantastic. So now when people talk about release dates and it being so close to the S8, I don't think LG has anything to worry about. Because even though I don't know what the S8 looks like, or the S8 Plus, I don't know the features that they're offering, there's some things that are for certain. It's going to have TouchWiz, which I don't know is a better fit for a lot of people over LG skin. Based on what I've heard online, LG has a lot of followers, just like HTC. Those loyal followers. Every brand has loyal followers. And Samsung just happens to be the bigger OEM, but I honestly don't think that LG's G6 is going to flop. Because of some of the other phones that they already have. You got the V20, the V10, the G4 was a phenomenal device, and the G5. All these phones that LG has brought out have been successful. And LG is known for, even their low-end phones got 7.0. So LG does a better job at updates than Samsung, from my experience, because they get the latest updates and they get them within a shorter time frame than Samsung devices. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but $650 on T-Mobile for the G6. If you're a T-Mobile owner or a user, subscriber, you definitely should consider the G6. Now, the only way that the S8 will probably obliterate the G6 is if they bring it in at some ridiculous price of $600, and even at that point, that doesn't mean that people are actually going to like the G6 any less from the S8. The only thing that Samsung is holding over a lot of companies is name. They've worked harder in their earlier years, and pricing in their products were pretty decent and matched up well. But now that they've become what they've become, they spent a lot of money on marketing and convincing people that their brand is the brand to buy. And when you think about it, all these phones are pretty much the same. We're just getting different hardware and a little bit different tweaks in software. If all the OEMs were to level the ground and use stock Android and release the same hardware, how would the field be playing it? How would they be able to sell their devices at these higher prices? Because LG released the V20, which was one of their higher priced devices, at $720 or something like that, or $760. I don't remember what it was. But that's probably one of the higher priced phones. And then you've got the HTC 10, which sells for unlocked for $700, sometimes $600. They have in $500. They have all those different promos. But the reality is, I don't think the G6 is going to flop. And even though I haven't seen the S8 yet, the recording of this video that I said yet, it's March 16th, 2017. And the release date of the G6 is April 7th. So keep that in mind. If you're watching this in those time frames, after this date, after April 7th, think about the video that you're watching, but, and comment accordingly. But it's March 16th, 2017, and the S8 isn't out yet. We've seen the leaks, but the event is coming. I don't think that the G6 will flop just because it's officially releasing around the same time as the S8. And LG always has great promos. Like, have you seen the promos for Verizon? It's crazy. They're giving away a TV, Google Home. And anyone who buys the G6 prior to April 30th, you get a free Google Home. That's $130 savings. So now I'll get to review the Google Home because I like my Amazon Echo Dots. I have them all over the house. So But what do you think about the pricing of the G6? I think that's more than fair. I mean, because everybody's complaining about the HTC Ultra's price. And again, I've said it in a lot of videos, it's primarily people who don't even have the device. They're just sitting around watching everything on the internet and they're griping about specs. But you have to get the phones in your hand. You have to do that. And for people to gripe about the HTC Ultra's price, I said it in another video, the iPhone 7 is not a better phone than the HTC Ultra. And, you know, people praise that phone. And it's probably just loyal Apple users that are doing that. But those two phones don't compare to me, you know. So what? Apple has very stable operating system, but with that comes a lockdown. You can't do anything. No customizations, no nothing. You just can't do anything with the OS. And for me, like I've said, I get bored with it. Back in the box. But the LG G6 at $650, I think that's a pretty good buy. You know, compared to what we know Samsung will probably charge, what do you guys think? $800 minimum? Especially for the bigger version. The bigger version, you know, I will be blown away, and I can't wait to do that conversation video and discussion on the pricing of the S8. Because Samsung's track record, their pricing is going up. Now, one thing that Apple does is they'll release the same product pretty much, tweak it a little bit, and then leave the price the same, and then drop the pricing on the previous year. So applaud them for that. But LG did right this time, man. They brought out a stellar looking device, and I'm trying not to watch videos on it. Like I said, I've only watched Jeff Springer's videos, pretty much, you know, like a full video of Jeff Springer's, and everybody else I just kind of clicked on it, skipped off of, because some of the reviews that are out, shout out to Grant S. He's another tech reviewer. He said it best on Twitter. He said, how could there be full reviews out on the G6 and it's not even out yet? Well, short answer to that is we don't know how long they've had those devices. But even so, it's kind of crazy to release like these review units to go out to the same people in the tech world. I think the OEMs will be smart to send them to different people. Like, why would an OEM want to keep sending their devices to the same people? Because you're going to get the same reviews. Have you ever noticed this? Some reviewers who pay their own money for a device, opposed to getting a review unit, those are different. Like the review for the review unit, not the same phone. Like I said, they bought phone A with their own money, and they got phone B as a review unit. You ever notice that the phone B gets almost a stellar review, and the phone A that they spent with their own money, you see things like, I'm returning this. This isn't great. I don't like it. They pick it apart more. Oh, this is horrible. Pay attention to that. Take a look at that. Not everybody, and no one in particular I'm saying is doing this, but you'll see some out there like that. You'll see a few out there like that. When they spend their own money, it's a different ball game. But you know, the LG G6, I can't wait to get my hands on the LG G6 and review it and put it next to some of these other phones, because we have a 5.7-inch display, Quad HD, resolution 565 or something like that, just crazy clear, 18:9 ratio. That's going to be really, really good. So what do you guys think about the pricing of the G6? You think it's fair? I think it's more than fair. And there'll be some people out there that start saying, oh, it doesn't have removable battery. Oh, it doesn't have this. Listen, this happens with every phone. There's always those cheerleaders on the side that are picking apart all the things that the phone, they read the specs on something else and bring it back to this device. They just flop back and forth between the two, saying what one doesn't have, and that's the reason that they're not buying it. Well, newsflash, you probably were never going to buy it. You were just cheerleading on the sidelines like you always do. You're not going to buy it. Just sit back and give your opinion. And your opinions, we respect your opinions. I do. But I don't think it holds any weight if people go and comment on all the videos and they never buy any of the products. They just side view of what everybody else is saying. To those people who do that, you need to start buying. If you're going to be in the tech world, start buying their products and start your own channel. That's what I think about it, because the speculators come out on reviews and comments once the other people put the reviews out. But and sadly, some people do base their reviews or base their purchases off of tech reviews. Really shouldn't do that. I've spoken about that in another video. Don't do that. Don't base your purchases off of tech reviews, because you're going to be highly disappointed. And I think Demir said it best in one of his videos. Go check out his Raw channel. I actually like that channel. But you know, people shouldn't look for, and I said it in one of my videos too, you shouldn't look for validations on your purchase. I think that $650 on T-Mobile and $672 on Verizon, why LG prices there is a little bit lower like that, I don't know, but it's greatly appreciated. And you know, just think about what that does later on. You know, when the discounts come and the promos come, early adapters never get the deals. We may get the free items, like the Google Home is free. You know, you can get a free TV. We may get things like that, but in the end, that phone will drop to $499. It'll discount like every other device because the G8 will come out, the G7, all these. There'll be something to replace it. So you got to keep that in mind. So the G6 pricing, yeah, I think it's more than fair. $650, I didn't see that coming. You know, I thought it would be like $750, but it's $650. So sweet deal. Great job, LG, for pricing it right, for what that phone is offering. A big screen, small body, the design, the form factor. I don't know what colors are coming to T-Mobile. I would love for the ice white to come, but I'm probably going to go with the silver platinum or whatever it's called. I don't want the black because I already have the black ultra, but that's looking pretty good. That's another good one that you can swish out the entire amount and it doesn't break the bank too much. I'll be right under 700 with taxes, I think. I think it'll be like 680 something probably for me, or 689. I don't know what it's going to cost, but that's doable for the G6. And you know, even though I don't have it yet, you know, I think that's going to be, just based on what it's offering, I think that's a great price. What do you guys think? It's your man Jay Will. Discussion, smartphoneconversations.com. Be sure to hit that up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.